Alright, so the iOS 27 is finally out. The major feature, I guess, would be the new Apple Intelligence. Well, it's public beta now. I'm not suggesting you install it, but I have to say I am extremely impressed with it. Apple waited a long time to get the AI right, and they waited because they weren't ready, and people chastised them and all that, and I think they did the right thing, because if it's not right, don't release the product. It makes you look bad. So the one thing that I like is the fact that the AI is being processed on the phone and has context aware of my personal data that's on that phone. So it's not going out to the web, and when it does go out to the web, it's anonymizing your data. So therefore, it's unlike Google and all these other companies that are keeping track of everything you do, which is important. But one of the things that just starting to use it, I found to be extremely useful. I mean, it has context aware to your calendar, your notes, your to-do list, your contacts, your text messages, your email. Assuming you stay in the Apple ecosystem, which I use mostly Apple apps because I think they work, just work. So assuming that you stay in their ecosystem, it is phenomenal. And the reason is that, for example, I have notes. I have 13,366 notes going back years and years and years. And these notes have attachments and photos and serial numbers and important shit that I need, that I have with me at all times. It's stored in iCloud, syncs across all my devices, iPad, iPhone, Mac, whatever. And you can even get to it from the web if you need to in an emergency. But the notes are my major thing. So if I want to find something, let's say, I have to open up the notes and search for it, and sometimes I can't find it because I don't have the right keyword. Well, this Apple Intelligence has really, really stepped it up a level for me. So I could say, I have, let's give an example. Instructions on how to bypass Windows activation, whatever the hell it is, when you go and it's forcing you to create a Windows account. It's called bypass NRO. I know that's the key because I remember it's called NRO. So let's try something. Search my notes, bring up the details on how to bypass NRO.
I found a note with details on how to bypass the Microsoft account requirement during Windows 11 setup.
And then you could click on it and it explains exactly how to do it. So to me, that is a game changer. Hey Siri, I might have to turn that. Hey Siri, what's the spot price of gold?
The spot price of gold is $4,024.90, up 19.20 points today.
Where in the Siri settings do I change the brightness?
To adjust your screen brightness manually, open the Settings app and
So it works flawlessly. I mean, I just downloaded it this morning, so it's not like it's had a lot of time. So what it needs to do, it needs to go through all of my notes and shit and index it, which will be quite a while. And then it has more information processed, so the contents works. Now here's the good thing. Right now it only works with Apple apps, but when this gets fully rolled out in September, and developers start adding in the ability for Siri to get data out of it, then you could say, launch, whatever, search my Spotify playlist, or search my Google Mail, or whatever you currently use. As long as they give that information to Siri, it's still keeping everything private. It still has access to your data, and it just gets better and better, depending on what the developers do. For me, it's fine already as it is. I mean, just hey, create me a new note today and put for the description test note 7:24 a.m.
I've created a new note titled today.
Thank you. It never used to be able to do this kind of shit. It just never worked right. Siri has been crap for 10 years. And it's because they didn't have the access to the data they needed to do shit. You know, I mean, I think this is extremely... Let's see if it has my health information. How well did I sleep last night?
You'll need to enable access to health data first.
Well, so there you go. So it does everything. I don't care. How many hours did I sleep last night?
7 hours and 52 minutes.
Okay, great. So, how is my sleep trend going?
7 hours and 52 minutes.
All right, well, better than nothing. So, yeah. I mean, I use a program and a program called, why am I typing anymore? I just say open, called Whoop, which is a band that keeps track of my fitness, and it has its own AI. And this one you can actually, you know, so yeah, and you can talk back and forth to it. It has access to your health data, and you can ask your questions. So look, I mean, I'm not saying install this, but I can say this is finally done, or at least almost done. This is a public beta. They still got months to go. I'm sure there's bugs and shit like that, but I can deal with that. One thing you will notice if you have an older phone, it is significantly faster. Older devices, they optimize the hell out of the code. I don't see any difference with the iPhone 17 Pro Max because this thing's already topped off super fast. A vapor chamber, tons of space, and super fast processor, so I don't see any real difference. But older devices, like I have an older iPad, and whoa, this thing is, it seems like it's been refreshed, like somebody upgraded it or some shit. It's because they basically optimized the code and made it work better on older devices. That is unusual for a company to go back and make shit better, because then it's kind of cannibalizing their sales, you know. So with the new Siri, you definitely, the best way to get the best option is to have the newer hardware, because then more of the AI is done on device. We could turn on airplane mode and see if that same search works. Search my notes for bypass NRO.
I found a note about bypassing
So
Microsoft.
there's proof that it's all running and being processed on it's not going out to the internet to prove, you know, and that's good. It doesn't need to use servers to find something that's on my device. So, wow. All I gotta say is wow. This is perfect. Especially if you are in the Apple ecosystem and you have a lot of stuff and you just want to get shit done. I mean, 13,000 notes, and it goes 13,263 notes. I know that's crazy, but I mean on and on and on and on, you know. And it's like, it's my knowledge base, and I'm going to continue to add to it. And hopefully this Siri shit will come across all the devices, so it doesn't matter what it is. And obviously it'll get better. So yeah, I'm impressed. I can turn this back on here. Why is that? Another thing they fixed is the switching between cellular and Wi-Fi. I always have this problem when I'm doing my walk in the morning, that the Wi-Fi gets out of range. It's still trying to connect to it, and then it doesn't switch to cellular. Well, supposedly they fixed that, and it's just a software thing. And they just look at the signal strength and go, you know what? The Wi-Fi signal's starting to get weak. I'm going to just switch over to cellular, and it's seamless. I don't know why they didn't fix that years ago. Maybe it was difficult to do, but... So anyway, thanks for watching. I know it's a long video, but you had to see this.